Today, let's talk about the PS5 Pro. On this channel, we don't discuss specs. Many YouTubers have covered that already. Let's talk about something different. Is upgrading necessary? Is it worth buying? First, yesterday on January 10th, it was quite an eventful day. Huawei, Apple, and Sony all announced new products. Sony's presentation was quite direct. They announced the PlayStation 5 Pro in 5 seconds, no beating around the bush. Before the 9-minute presentation, most people didn't expect this announcement. The time was too short, but throughout the presentation, the overall style was straightforward. They got to the point in under 2 minutes, focusing on resolving the graphics versus performance dilemma. This was very informative. CPU improved by 67%, memory speed up by 28%, ray tracing tripled overall performance, up 45%. We don't need to understand these numbers, but should we buy it? First, let's clarify how it works. This Pro version for game performance doesn't just add a new graphics mode. Instead, it builds on the existing base, enhancing frames through smart processing, using AI to boost resolution, achieving 4K 60 FPS gaming experience. This is more valuable than just adding a mode, I believe. Unlike previous graphics performance modes, when devs optimize for consoles, they usually need 2 separate plans. But with Pro's new capabilities, they don't need an extra Pro mode. They can use one optimized plan. This greatly simplifies game optimization. In simpler terms, games like Dragon's Dogma 2 won't struggle with optimization due to manufacturer limitations. This explains why the new console launch doesn't have exclusive games. No need for Pro-specific game designs. This optimization works for all games. It's a universal improvement. They also mentioned display modes can boost 30 FPS games to 60 FPS. That's quite a claim. This is the performance boost from improved functionality. Some think 60 FPS isn't much, since phones now have 120 Hz refresh rates. You're only halfway there, right? But it's actually quite different. From my amateur observation, 60 FPS is a watershed for human perception. Below 60, you can feel the stuttering. It's about more versus less. But above 60, including 120 FPS, you can't really feel the difference. It's not an exponential increase. The gap between 60 and 120, you'd need a magnifying glass to spot the differences, but true 4K is clearly visible. So running games at 4K 60 FPS is achieving both goals. Let's not compare it to the 4090. I wouldn't call it overkill for gaming, but console games are optimized. Many are designed for consoles, so less power can match PC performance. That's its advantage. Now, about upgrading or not, I think upgrading is worth it. Unlike the Switch OLED upgrade, which I find unnecessary, it didn't improve functionality. Switch is about gameplay anyway. People don't buy it for graphics. But PS5 and Xbox are different. They're about the experience. This upgrade is nearly 50%. That's not a small improvement. It's a leap to 4K 60 FPS. Analyzing it this way, I think it's totally worth it. The 5,000 yuan price is high. PS5 recently increased in price. It's now close to 4,000 yuan. Adding 1,000 more to that, considering it's a new console, it's actually reasonable. I suggest not buying at launch. The price will likely drop. Just like the PS5 launch, it'll drop in about 6 months. See how it performs in that time. If you can't afford it now, that's a personal issue. Electronics are like this. Buy new, not old. They depreciate faster than wallets. Phones update yearly. Value and affordability differ. I've given you my analysis. The rest is up to you. That's it for Gaming Chat. I'm Big Boss, covering games, music and movies. Like and follow. See you next time.